What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that she deserves. Apparently, most podcasts give up after 10 podcasts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we're way past that.
Yeah, we're over giving up.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Whoop. There's your bed gone again.
Whoop. Oh.
So how did you go about you know there's another subreddit to your Reddit?
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. Oh, I'm so sweaty.
Which one? What Reddit?
The one that you found. The one that we're doing.
Okay.
It's I don't work here, lady.
Yeah.
I didn't go on it. I stuck with what you sent. Why am I so sweaty?
I think the...
You ain't plugged in.
They... Oh, bastard.
Yeah, go on, you think what?
Do you know what, today I was thinking one that I might have a look to see if there is any on, because I don't know, it come to my head, I'm like, I want to read shit like that.
Yeah.
It was like crazy divorce like proceedings, or
yes,
something
I
to do
did.
with like divorces.
There is
where there's like some outrageous shit going on.
I'm sure we could find that.
Where,
there's
like,
also the
she's
narcissistic.
cut half his suits up or something.
There's the
Half of
narcissistic.
everything.
Yeah, see, I'm into that. There's the narcissistic one as well.
Yes, I did see a narcissistic one.
And there's
like, oh.
also a domestic violence one.
Oh,
But
I don't know whether I'm ready for that.
Not yet, but we will eventually. What are you looking for?
My phone. Oh my god.
Yeah, so basically what
I
you
hurt
do...
my own head sometimes.
Yeah, what you do is you declare... I was going into a song then. Oh, I don't know, darling. We're like, what?
Right, okay.
20 minutes of us just going...
Flapping about.
Yeah.
Just us flapping about.
It's just me, darling.
Ready?
Yeah.
Right, do your bit.
Are you logged in though?
Am I going first or you going first?
You're going first.
Oh, for fuck's
This is your one.
And what we do?
We're doing your I do work here, lady.
No, I'm not logged
So I'll do the intro.
in. Yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. I'm your host Ellie.
And I'm Emily, and we are going to be looking at... I've forgotten already.
I work here. I do work here.
I work here, lady.
No, I do work here, lady.
I do work here, lady.
Yeah. She actually does work here. Like
I actually do work here,
yeah.
lady. Yeah, my internet's not...
She's just waiting to connect. The old internet of Rui.
Literally everybody in this building is on my internet. And it's snappy. And I don't know how I got the door closed. Oh, no, fuck's sake.
I wonder why. Mine's fine.
That's probably why I can't get it.
That's rude. Do you want me to come off?
No.
Let's see what happens.
No, you won't get back on it because the kids will probably get a boost.
Yeah. You have got 5 bars.
Yeah, no, it's just...
It's just being naughty.
It's just not having it.
So, we are currently... Should we tell them how hot it is?
How hot?
It's 21 degrees here in the UK, and when we say we got a different type of heat, it's because it's so muggy and humid that we're just sweating. It's just awful at the minute. We had a lovely thunderstorm yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
I thought it would clear it, but no.
Well, where I am, I'm on a hill, and it was so foggy this morning.
From all the rain.
I thought, oh,
I like it.
is it going to be one of those days? And then it wasn't.
No.
It was turned out.
Well, this is meant to be it now.
Which
It's
is
meant
nice.
to be. It's meant to be cooling down, and we're meant to be. This
Don't
is
say
meant
that.
to
I've
be the
just
last
been
day.
decorating my whole fucking living room in the heat.
This is meant to be the last day.
You're an arsehole. Why would
I
you say
didn't.
that?
I'm not the weatherman. I'm just telling you what they say. Not that they're ever right. You got it?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Got quite a lot actually.
Yeah, I always save more than more than I'm going to need in case I'm like flicking through and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna go this way. Oh my gosh.
Don't start already.
I didn't mean to. So my boys were on holiday and they were then diverted to a different airport and then was diverted back to London Gatwick. So they landed really early this morning, but I literally spent the whole time following their plane because, you know, the thunderstorms and
You were worried.
I've watched too many
Yeah,
films.
Manifest. She was waiting for them to come back in 5 years' time where she's aged, but they've remained the same. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'd be the same. Yeah, might go on lads' holiday in October.
Yeah, we might come with you.
Yeah, I was like, you're 16, bruv.
Yeah, probably
I
not.
feel like you're not allowed to do that.
Well, I'll be honest with you, we did, but my mum and Aunt Sharon came with us.
Fine.
Which was, yeah, they did actually stay completely out of our way. They didn't bother us at all, but they kept us out of trouble because we actually had our...
It's not that, it's that poor boy that's just, you know, been found deceased. And I'm like, I feel like you're not going away.
No. Our hotel tried to chuck us out for being rowdy, and actually it was because my mum and Sharon was there that we didn't get chucked out, because we weren't actually being rowdy, because they would say we won't chuck you out unless you all pay €100 each, and we were like,
I don't think so.
we
Yeah.
haven't even done anything.
Who'd you go with?
It was me, Helen, James, Courtney, my brother.
Yeah.
Martin was there. I think Jez was there as well.
And your mum was like, no.
Well, we were like, we want to go away, and they were like, me and Auntie Helen, me and Auntie
Majig and Bob will go with you.
Sharon will come with you, and we were all like,
okay.
we were discussing. It was like, well, you know, it could be a pro.
It's always a pro.
Yeah, because we had an adult with us. Basically, we didn't get chucked out.
Or have to pay the 100.
No, we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
If we were being rowdy,
then fair enough.
then fair enough, you're having a go at us. But we actually
So your mum was
weren't.
like, no, they haven't done anything. You're not doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Should we
Good
crack
old
on?
mum. Right,
Yeah,
okay, go.
So, I do work here, lady.
Do you?
The dumbest do you work here in history. A little while back, I was sitting at my register and thinking that I should do a drop soon. Where does she work? I opened the drawer and saw that I had a great many ones. So $1 bills or singles to some, which prompts me to count them. This is because after accumulating a certain number of them, anything above the opening amount of ones is added to the next drop. I understand that.
Yeah, I get it now, yeah.
As I'm halfway through the stack, 24 out of 49, a woman walks into the front door and asks, "Do you work here?" Bear in mind, this while I'm behind the counter, sitting at the cash register with both hands literally full of money. My response was a bewildered, yes. The response going through my head was, no, we just allow random people behind the counter so that they can take money out the register.
Exactly.
I seem to be facing an increasingly moronic general public. That was it. It was a very short one.
Oh, okay. Well, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong. Do you work here?
No.
Now I've got my badge on and
Yeah.
a uniform.
And I just thought I'd rob the till whilst, you know, I
Taking
popped into
turns.
store.
Too funny.
Yeah, well, she's not wrong, babe. It
No.
is becoming more and more idiotic, isn't it?
Yeah, I watched something on TikTok, you know, good old TikTok, and this man was just having a proper rant about our generation, your generation, and I was just like,
Not our generation.
yeah, we fall into that good generation with,
Yeah. We're kind of on the cusp, aren't we?
yeah, that's why we're still there. We're there.
Yeah.
You know, we came in at night. Well, maybe you didn't, but I certainly did when the
When the street
lights
lights.
came
Yeah,
on.
no, yeah. We had no mobiles, no technology. I'd said before we had a computer, but that was for my dad's work. It wasn't to play games on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, computer.
Maybe that's why we're not so interested now, you know. Right.
Go on.
I do work here, lady. I'm interviewing right now. I'm a woman. Did you?
Yeah.
I was in my late 30s at the time, a couple of years back. I manage a manufacturing facility. It's a small business with a handful of employers. So we're hiring, and I set up an appointment on Indeed. It literally said you will be interviewed by me, insert my incapable feminine name, female name, don't know. So the person I'm scheduled to interview shows up, and I take him into the office, which has a big glass window looking into the shipping room. I'm trying to interview this guy. I think he was about 24, and he keeps looking over my shoulder out the window into the shipping. She hasn't put area, but I'm going to add that for her. Shipping area. So I'm like, is everything okay? He goes, when is the interview starting? I respond, I'm interviewing you right now. He goes, who's that? And points to my very young looking early 20s shipping guy. I respond, that's Chris. Him. Well, isn't he going to interview me? Me. Once again, I'm interviewing you right now. Followed by, thanks for coming in. We'll let you know. On his way out, he walks over to Chris and asks him something, and he left. I asked Chris what it was that he asked. He wanted to know why he wasn't being interviewed by him. What a chauvinistic prig.
What a pig.
It's because she was a woman.
Yeah. Which is bizarre, because, you know, we don't judge people nowadays, because we're
Even when it is, you don't go into an interview going, when am I being interviewed? You sound like a right twat.
Yeah, I really want this job. I'll be interviewed by anybody.
Someone says,
to talk to
I
me.
can hear his penis calling to me as soon as I entered the room. Idiots. Yeah, that was that one. What a twat.
Honestly, there are some proper idiots.
Honestly. Go on.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sweaty.
I put the boys' little fans
Might need a hairband.
on the little drawer handle.
Sweet. It's like sticking to my back. It's not even that hot in here.
No. It's actually quite cool.
That person you can hear dying, I'm assuming, is one of her neighbours that keeps choking.
Don't know, I can only hear water. Anyway.
Is it someone got a waterfall?
No, it's next door are either running her bath or having a shower or she's washing up. But it's next door.
Bad when you're that close to people and you know.
I know what they're doing.
Yeah, same as me with my upstairs. I know what they're doing when they're doing it.
But it's only them next door, and it's the middle flat.
I'm just grateful bedroom is below. I'm just happy he's never heard any nookie. Then you'd be like, Mum,
No,
traumatised.
No.
You imagine, Mum, middle of the night, Mum. I'd be like, what?
There's a banging.
They're doing it like animals, brother. Leave them alone. Did I tell you about my neighbour who can hear her neighbours
No.
doing it?
Oh.
But she doesn't just hear them and nothing. First, she's put a note through the door. She has stood in her garden and yelled things. And I'm like, I would never even admit to that.
Is that because she's not getting any, so she's a bit jealous?
Maybe. I don't want anyone to ever go, I heard you.
I heard you last night.
I die inside. I don't want to. No.
Okay. What did you think?
Yeah. Was I loud enough? But I would never want my neighbours to know I could hear them vice versa. Do you know what I mean? How awful.
Awful.
But anyway, moving on as we've gone off topic.
Okay. I am the teacher.
Are you?
I am the teacher.
Okay.
I've started my master's programme, and they have given me a couple higher level courses to teach. Well, I continue to study. I am only 22 and I certainly look my age. So today, naturally, I walk into my first lab of the semester. In the front row, I notice a handful of peers from my undergrad a few months ago. They see me and say, "No way, it's OP." Oh, look, sorry, my battery's come up.
Yeah.
Even you had to retake this class with a bit of smugness at the thought of finding themselves in the same boat as me. With the most smug look I know has ever had the chance to grace my face, I reply, "Nope, I'm the teacher." They are stunned. I'm laughing. I told them not to worry because they shouldn't fail this time.
Fingers crossed.
On another occasion, some students had wandered into my lab room seeking a place to study while I was taking a break in between classes. We ended up chatting for a bit and having some laughs. I suggested we go to studying because the class was coming in soon. They say, "Are you sure the teacher won't mind us being in here?" I say, "I am the teacher, so no, it's no problem." Their attitude went from casual to upright immediately. Once again, they are stunned and I'm laughing. I'm starting to love the element of surprise.
Bless her.
That must be really nice.
It's nice, but at the same time it'd be annoying.
Yeah, but when you're young, when you're like a 22-year-old teacher and you're working in, what she said, a lab, so I'm assuming that would be what?
Science, biology.
But that would be definitely a higher level study, isn't it? Like high school or higher.
Chemistry, yeah.
So for them to actually
like
think that she's like one of the
students
as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
that's
nice when you're young, it bothers you. When you get older, it's nice to be told you look young.
Like we thought you were one of the students. But yeah, I am the teacher.
Yeah.
Good for you, babes.
Stop asking. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't catcall strangers at your apartment complex.
Right.
Okay. Right after college, I, female 22, moved home to run the daily operations of my parents' business. They owned some apartment complex that were fully furnished and rented on a weekly or monthly basis. Our usual tenants were travelling doctors and nurses or oil and gas guys. One of our complexes had half finished units like this and half unfurnished normal apartments that are standard lease. I was in charge of all the day-to-day payroll, scheduling, maintenance and cleaning, showing units, paying bills, collecting rent, etc. It was my second week and why can't I speak English today? It was my second week there and I was still learning who our long-term tenants were. I was standing by my car in the parking lot about to leave when one tenant, male 32, drives by and yells at me from his car, "Damn girl, you got a fat ass." Obviously it didn't say insert X in here, but I thought I'd add some spice for you. I was pretty shocked. Damn girl, you got a fat ass. I was pretty shocked at how brazen he was, so I just got in my car and left. I could see him watching me drive away too, and their fat ass. I told my parents and maintenance about what had happened, and one of the maintenance guys had to tell him in front of his girlfriend that I was the new property manager, and if I had any more issues with him, then I would be evicted. I don't know if it needs to go that far. Do you know what I mean?
You're really dramatic.
That was so dramatic. Why it upset the other man? I don't know. Maybe because he likes her fat ass. Huh? Damn, girl. That's a big behind. I don't know. But I feel like that was a bit dramatic. He didn't need to say anything in front of the girlfriend.
No, just pulling quietly, saying like, you know.
Exactly. I found that quite funny. If dramatic.
Oh, bless him.
I know.
He was probably trying to just pay a compliment.
He was.
In the most inappropriate way.
Yeah, but it's not that deep, is it?
No.
I feel like
It would have been better if she just rocked up as the management and been like, so.
Yeah, exactly. So you paying your rent today? Yeah, that would have been funnier because it'd have been like, damn girl, you got a fat ass and money.
True story. What are you doing?
I don't know, I'm attached. Right, you go.
Right. Pooper scooper. Because
Okay.
you know I like to lower the tone.
Pooper scooper.
Many years ago, I was a snarky and largely antisocial teenager. Because of this, I never had success in customer service jobs. I still don't for the most part. I was very lucky in high school to work as an in-home pet care provider. I would drive around and visit clients' homes while they were at work, on vacation, and take care of their animals and do some light chores, bringing in mail and trash cans, water the occasional plant. I rarely encountered humans in this job and it was perfect for me. Mostly I took care of dogs. Usually this just included a 30-minute walk and checking food and water. Some clients had large yards and multiple dogs that allowed me to substitute walks for playtime in the yard. This was the case for 2 golden retrievers owned by a lesbian couple. Apparently this nice old couple had some issues with vandalism because of their orientation. Nobody ever mentioned this to me, or the situation probably would have been handled differently. It was a beautiful day in the early summer and the dogs were playing together loudly while I used a large dustpan looking contraption to collect their piles around the backyard. The noise must have caught the attention of the next door neighbour because suddenly I was being screamed at. Something along the lines of, "You better get out before I call the police." I snapped my head around and yelled, "What the fuck for?" He continued with, "You're not supposed to be there. Pretty bold of you to be here in the middle of the day." Oh, okay.
Okay.
They were shouting.
Yeah.
I was so confused and irritated. I respond with, "What the fuck is your problem, dude?" He finally asked the question, "Do you have permission to be here?" To me, the scene was obvious. Honestly, I said, "No, sir. I just break into people's dead bolted backyards and scoop dog shit for fun
to take it home for my
can't-
kids."
I can't help it. Nobody pays me to do this, I swear. With all that attitude of a 16-year-old, he realised how it all looked after that, and he explained what had been going on, and we both apologised. But sometimes the memory pops in my head and I can't help but laugh at how ridiculous it was. Obviously I worked too.
Yeah, don't just walk around picking up people's shit. But yeah, I'm glad he apologised to him.
Yeah, because that could have been really fucking awful.
Yeah, just start lobbing the shit at his face.
I kind of thought that's where we were going.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean like that girl with the door. But yeah, no, I mean it's obvious you don't walk around breaking in, picking up people's shit.
I know what I'm going to go do today.
Yeah, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just going to go and grab some random shit so my children can make clay dolls. Bless him. All good?
Yeah.
Are you ready to move on, or have you found a funny comment?
No, they're pretty much what we were just like.
Yeah,
oh.
bless them. Right. Yes, I do indeed work here. So I work for an arts and crafts store, and our uniform mostly is just a red vest with the company name on the front and back with a name tag. I get an average, I think, about 1 to 3 people asking me if I work here. I do that though.
Find someone in uniform. Do you work here?
Even I went to
Name
I went
tag.
to JD's the other weekend, and there was some bloke, and because he was near all the time for like ages and ages around this section. First, I thought he was like a shoplifter. I was like, "It's your face, brother." And then looking for, so he liked a jacket, but he didn't have his side. So I went, "Excuse me, love, do you work here?" And then he went, "No." And I went, "That was well random. How does he look like he works here?" I was like, he was looking
He's
at the
followed us
clothes.
around for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I thought he thought you were a shoplifter, and that's what it was. But apparently not. Doesn't work here. Anyway, sorry. I'm just someone who likes to wear a red vest decorated with pins, standing near the registers for the past hour trying to figure out which candy I want, and for some reason I have a name tag in said place. So it's just someone saying, yes, I obviously work here. But even if I'm certain, like when I worked in Wilco and it said Wilkinson, I still would probably say to him, "Excuse me, do you work here?" Even though I know that they work there, I just don't ever want to be rude. I mean, they might like a Wilco top. Do you know what I mean? You never know.
No.
That was a nice colour, that was, that uniform. It was red. I didn't mind that
You
at
do
all.
like a bit of red.
Yeah, I love red. Oh my God. I can't get comfortable. Okay, go on.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my job.
Yeah,
You
see?
fool.
Oh.
That's aggressive.
This is my job, you fool.
Did you save that one too?
Yeah.
Don't read it while I'm reading it. Rude.
Shall I take it over? Go on.
No.
I've gone to a
No.
different one.
I just discovered this sub, and I have to share one of the dumbest experiences I had working as a security guard during COVID. I was assigned to Sam's Club right at the peak of everything, and it was as bad as you'd expect. I lived in a very conservative area at the time, and everyone was acting like a baby over mask enforcement, but that wasn't the issue in this case. Basically, I had stepped off my post to use the restroom, and as I was leaving, this dude came in with a ton of clothes, walking right by me in an obvious security uniform and a huge sign that said "No merchandise beyond this point." So, with this being my job, I naturally said, "Sir, you cannot bring your merchandise into the restroom." This dude seriously turns back to me and says, you know why don't you get," I think it meant to say, "You know what, why don't you get a job and stop harassing me?" I then point to my badge and the security logo on my jacket and reply, "This literally is my job."
Literally.
He continues arguing, claiming he needs a dressing room and all that the store never had them to begin with, but especially during COVID would not allow you to try things on. The entitlement was unreal. Anyway, simple story, but it has always stuck with me how absurdly stupid it is to tell a security guard to get a job in response to being called out for trying to take merchandise into a bathroom stall. What do you think security is for, bro?
Yeah. I mean, COVID was wild, wasn't it? Can you believe that was like 2 years ago, babe? Was it 2 or 4 years? I'm like, no, so it started in 2020, went on for 2 years, didn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah. No, yeah, you see people spitting in people's faces. That's what I mean. The whole world
it was dirty, wasn't it?
went mental, babe, when COVID happened. I've never seen anything like it. But yeah, it's literally my job. That no, people were entitled. I saw some crazy stuff. You know, Paul's only recently just stopped wearing the mask.
nasty.
Yeah, I couldn't stand it. It gave me a headache straight away. I felt like I couldn't breathe. But I did, obviously, to protect other people and myself. I didn't want COVID, although I've had it twice. You've had it twice, haven't you?
I've apparently had it twice.
Well, you don't believe in COVID?
It's not I don't believe in it, it's just I literally had nothing. There was no symptoms, nothing.
Like, other than a runny nose?
No, I had nothing.
So how do you know you had COVID? Just by testing,
I had
you
to
had
do
to?
So both times was at Christmas, and to go back to work I had to take one before I went back to work. So those two tests, both at Christmas time, came back positive, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say to you.
So for me, first time super ill, he was not. Me was super ill, Paul didn't get it, he isolated. And then I think he had like a runny nose one day, done a test, was positive, and then he was like, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? And then me and him like can't breathe and shit. And the second time I had it, I didn't think would be as bad as it was. So the first time was more in the head, and the second time was in the body. But I thought the second time, if I got it again after the first time, I wouldn't be in pain. But no, apparently not. Apparently you're doomed to be in agony when you've got COVID. Jenna and that got it bad both times.
Yeah, I think they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think my mum got it the first time.
Bad.
Really bad. But
I don't know anyone that ended up in hospital.
I mean, my mum does, but she works in hospital, so.
Of course, yeah. No, I didn't know anybody. Right. I do work here, lady. I work in a big box store, servicing displays and assisting staff. I have a large ID badge. I wear a lanyard and that clearly says who I am and what company I'm with. Apparently, not having a tiny visor sticker means I'm not authorised after over a year of working at the same store. Okay. On this pitiful day, I was assisting with pull by going around. Oh, a pull by. I don't know what that is. To check lines, service security, etc., and collecting spider wrap and keepers to put. Do you think she means sleepers? Keepers to put on a new release. Don't know what any of that means, but I'm sure it's relevant to her job. That was selling as fast as we could get it off the truck. It was hectic, and I was doing my not quite a job speed walk, carrying a hand basket filled with security. I don't know. Guest services had a long line and all 4 registers open, so I had spilled past them, knowing where they kept the spider wrap. It's a very weird story. I was looking up at my basket when someone grabs my shoulder and spins me around. A manager who I have worked with before and should know me is berating me for cutting in line and going into the employers only area. I show her my ID and say I am an employer and try to explain what I'm doing. She continuously talks over me and insists on calling security. So she's now standing with me next to the register. She's closed her register to force me. So now only 3 are open and the line is getting longer. After several minutes, security shows up, looks at me and the spider wrap for less than a second, and without acknowledging her, just tells her to hurry back to tech because she has been calling that they need security and has been calling on the radio asking what's keeping me. Security didn't even speak to her. Sadly, this wasn't the last time this happened. Other than the Jimbo at the beginning, the hibbity jibbity crap, whatever she was talking about, her boss doesn't recognise her. One of the bosses doesn't recognise her.
So that's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, unless it's like a big store, like a big company. Have you ever heard of spider wrap?
I don't know what spider wrap is. I'm
Me
not gonna
neither.
lie.
Because I was like, am I saying that right? I'm definitely saying that right. This actually sounds like onset of dementia. The second time someone you work with doesn't recognise you, I'd be messaging HR. Once can be an accident, multiple times sadly is a pattern.
Oh, they're anti-theft devices.
There you go.
So it's like a circular sort of device,
Which
and
makes
it's got the wire that goes around.
Wrap. Yeah, that makes sense.
wire
Because I was
wraps
like,
around
what
it.
is she waffling on
No,
about?
it doesn't make wrap. It has a wire that wraps around the product.
That's why that
Yeah,
makes the wrap spider wrap.
Yeah,
That's what I mean by that. So that makes sense then. Okay, so we know what that is now.
So she was moving all of that stuff about, like actual
The security
tags.
tags. Why don't she just put security tag? Because she knows
I mean,
the professional name.
Why would anybody else be doing that unless you work there?
I mean, you wouldn't. You
No,
wouldn't
you
go, oh,
really
let me,
wouldn't.
you know what, I've come in, I can see you're busy, so I'll tell you what I'll do.
I'll go get you some security tags.
I'll get you security tags and I'll go to all these hours and do all this stuff for you just because I've got a couple of hours to kill.
Why not?
Maybe we should try and do that for
No.
a video. Just walk in.
No.
Walk out the back and just start getting, just start working.
See if anyone notices.
Just see if anyone-
Just walk through.
Teacher, it's me! It's me, it's Ellie!
I've always worked here.
Yeah.
Been here like 10 years.
How self-obsessed are you for not noticing me?
Wow.
Yeah, rude.
I am offended.
Shooketh. You're shooketh.
I'm
Shooketh. Shooketh. I've got one more after your one.
Right. A pizza invitation.
Oh, I love pizza. I do love pizza. That's why I got really fat. But as you can all see, it's going. Can you see today?
Yes.
I think you can
really
see.
nice now.
Or a t-shirt yesterday. You know that massive baggy one that says in memory of when I cared, because the top part. So I wore the one that actually, the small one, and it was like flat, and I was like, brother, brother. Okay. Oh, I feel like I could be an opera singer. That was quite
No.
good. Ah. See?
A pizza invitation.
Feel like she's moved on.
On mobile, so during the 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. Our neighbour across the street passed away. Afterwards, the house was bought and renovated. Then lockdown happened and I was laid off. Luckily, it didn't affect me or my wife financially, and we continued to be well off and all was fine. Oh, all right, rub it in.
I also saved this story. I also read this story.
Did you?
Yeah.
One day, while doing some much needed yard work, a man had stopped by.
What? I know what's coming.
Name changed for privacy reasons. He introduced himself and his girlfriend as Juan and Michelle.
I couldn't read that name though that you just
Juan.
read. Yeah, I was like, Juno.
Juan.
Juno.
And ended up having a nice conversation and learned he was the one that bought the house. After that conversation, they invited us both to pizza down at our area's most popular pizza place. All handmade brick oven pizzas. Is really good. We accepted the invitation and was to meet up there on Sunday. The week went on and soon Sunday had rolled around and we walked up to the front of the restaurant and sat and waited for our hosts to arrive. While we waited, I had run inside and grabbed us both a drink. 15 minutes later, a manager had stepped outside and asked if we had ordered yet. Me, no, we haven't ordered yet, but we are waiting for someone to arrive. Manager, okay, well when you are ready, step inside. A few minutes later, my wife and I are starting to get agitated and thinking about leaving when the manager steps back outside. Manager, you two are Juan's guest, correct? Me, yes, we are sitting here waiting for him. Manager, oh, well he's inside. Do you not remember me? We sat there looking confused. hold on, confused about who she was. I'm Michelle, Juan's girlfriend. It then clicked with us to. It then clicked with us who she was and followed her in. I didn't remember the conversation that took place after, but it turned out Juan owned both the pizza place and the burger place next to it. We were later told that he grew up poor and hated the way his home country was, so he made it his mission to give back as much as possible, no matter who it was. We ended up with too much pizza and had to call a friend to come eat it with us. Over the next 2 years of us living there would be the occasion of me and my wife going to these places to eat, and a few of these visits ending up with free food. Now, you probably think we took advantage of his generosity. Well, no. Anytime we didn't pay, the staff got what we would have paid as a tip and would often have to avoid him and his girlfriend so we could pay. And that I didn't feel that I was taking an opportunity away from someone else that needed that free food more than me. Oh. I mean, it was a nice story, but like I thought like it was going to be a bit more juicy.
Because I read up until the part where they didn't recognise.
Yeah.
And I thought we were going somewhere with that, but it was a bit of a weird story.
It didn't
hit
go
home.
where I thought it
No,
might
we
have.
were hoping for a bit of drama, I think. But no.
No, it's just a really nice man.
Yeah. Who got a nice free meal. I like the fact that he gives the equivalent of the money to the staff. That's cool.
Yeah, and the owner of the restaurant seemed like a decent chap and all.
Yeah. Free meal.
Chap,
darling, chap. Okay. Actually, I do. Cross post because I don't know about this sub until a lovely commenter directed me here. I was at Target one night around 20 years ago, sweatpants, university t-shirt, carrying my purse, just browsing with my roommate. Two girls are shopping down the aisle and one of them looked directly at me and asked me, "Ma'am, could you see if you have any more of these?" I couldn't even respond, just stared at her with my mouth open, confused as hell, because actually I did work there at Target at the exact store. I was just in shopping on a night off. The girl's friend hit her and said, "She doesn't work here, you idiot," and dragged her friend away, who was now staring at me awkwardly too. I was still just standing there, gawking, wondering how in the world she could tell, or if she would just had a lucky guess. Well, they were both right. You do work there, just not that night. So that was a nice one. You got any to end us with? You're like, did I save any more?
Yeah, because I started loads.
Mine wants to carry us home, babes. This one time.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
What, at band camp?
No. Oh, no. Not that one.
Bitch, no.
Not that one. Hang on.
Bear with.
Hang on.
You got one?
Just waiting for it to load. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Regular at a bar wants breaded chicken wings, tries to get me in trouble when I say no.
Okay. Let's see how it goes.
As the title says, I work in a bar in the Atlanta area, and we obviously have chicken wings.
Yeah, obviously.
Did you not know that?
Yeah, well, obviously I didn't.
Duh. I am 37, white male. Lady is 24-ish, black lady. I don't know if I should say that.
What, is she black? Then what does it matter?
Oh, why? But what? Is it relevant?
It's not relevant, but he's put it in there, so it's nothing
Right.
to do with you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
A correctional officer who seems to have a domination kink for what her ex, my newly hired co-worker, whom is 28 years old Mexican dude in the kitchen whom I'm training, has told me.
Okay, that
Did
took a
that
left turn.
Did that work? She's a prison guard. I did not know this until shortly before I wrote this. She's used to dominating men. She's assigned to the yard area. A bit of a background info on this lady.
Yeah. My God.
I'm like, okay, shit.
She only wanted chicken.
Shit, give her the chicken.
Yeah, give it to her. She works hard.
Apparently, she had her mother, who is her superior at said prison, would bribe a now departed cook to batter their wings for them. We do not have the filters on our fryers to properly make breaded wings. I used to work at Hooters. The kitchen manager and general manager are correct. That requires specialised equipment. We are just a hole in the wall type. I don't know much about chicken, so...
I think I kind of get in the gist that if without the specialised filters, it will just clog everything and float about.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So once my trainee asked me how to do this, I put the kibosh on it. Kibosh?
Kibosh?
I said it's not on the menu and we don't do it off menu stuff. It becomes an ordeal and I'm summoned out to the table within 5 minutes. I explained that both my general manager and kitchen manager have forbade me for making breaded wings, and you cannot coerce my trainee into doing it, no matter if you already know him. So come to find out, my kitchen manager occasionally made this customer and her mum, grandma, style wings, and so did a guy who just recently quit. However, they straight up give my kitchen manager and the now former co-worker cash on the side for this. Nothing for my trainee, and certainly nothing for me, the guy who would get in trouble otherwise. So it turns into a whole thing and gets to the point where I asked my kitchen manager to please diffuse the situation, as I did not appreciate the hand in my face like it was 1998. I was getting
Tuck to the hand, because the face ain't listening, but the tongue is licking.
The lady lies and tries to put words in my sister's mouth. Where's her sister come from?
Just walked in.
Who is a bartender there
you go.
and working and quickly comes and refutes the regulars' testimony to my kitchen manager, who is a 41-year-old black man. My kitchen manager figures out she's not on the level when she changes her story several times, up to and including saying my sister was just covering for me, and that just because it wasn't on the menu doesn't mean I don't have to do what she says. At that point, she raises her fist to hit me and then drops it and claims she's not beating my ass because she respects my sister, whatever that means.
Mate.
Would
Did it just run out?
it actually, the last bit says, would I be the arsehole? I think it was for refusing to do the chicken.
No, he absolutely wouldn't. It's because of her attitude. That's why I think she didn't get her chicken, because she's got a really, really bad attitude.
Yeah, I think if you ask nicely and say like, oh, they used to do it for me.
Yeah, do you mind just doing it? But if it fucks up the whole fryer, then I don't think they should do it.
She's not even paying the restaurant. She's like,
giving
Giving
backhanders.
backhanders.
And the busboy's like, how do I do that?
Yeah,
With an extra 20
I
in his
want to
hand.
do it, but
Yeah, he won't let me. But yeah, no, good story. Right, that is it for now. Do like, follow and subscribe. Head over to Reddit, leave your stories, and we will include them in our episodes.
We certainly will.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else other than it's 700 degrees here?
Just like, follow, subscribe.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Yes,
we
thank
love
you so much.
And we really do want your stories, so please do go onto Reddit and
It would be really cool to see people's stories.
Submit.
And like I say, you can do it all private. The funnier the better as well. We like a good giggle at other people's expenses.
Absolutely.
Right, my darlings. Love you.
Ciao.
I'm just looking. Why is that moving?
What's moving?
No, it's fine.
What?